everybody, welcome back to the Mopar Nationwide Series. We're here for race number 2 of the season. After a great Daytona race we had where we saw John Dillon win in his debut race, the rookie. It was a great race at Daytona, but now we're here at the smaller Phoenix International Raceway here in Phoenix, Arizona. We're here for the running of the Bashas Supermarket 200. And it should be a great race with these 42 drivers hungry for a victory and maybe for some to rebound after a bad race at Daytona or to capitalize or continue their momentum from Daytona. One paint scheme I was going to point out today, Jack Richards' 5 car has been updated to the 2012 Tax Slayer paint scheme. So if he runs Tax Slayer, or that paint scheme when it runs will be 2012. You won't see the 2011 one anymore this season, so that was a one race thing. When people change paint schemes, it'll be random, but I will say it before the race who has new paint schemes or whatever. But not every car will have new paint schemes, or some might not even have different paint schemes at all. So if you see you have a different paint scheme, that's good. If you don't, then hope it's still alright with you and everything. But Michael Causey's on the pole today in the 09, the American Ethanol Chevy. He took a bad hit last week. He's probably still a little bit sore from the wreck when he hit the 33 head on, but he's on the pole today. Still looks like he has a fast car, and Jack Richards, like we already talked about, will start second in the 5. And the new Tax Slayer 2012 paint scheme. Now the field's getting ready to roll around. Waiting for the pace car to take off. And there they go. There goes the field, zooming by. And as they zoom around, turns 3 and 40, going to take the green flag. We're going to take a look at the starting lineup once they finish through here. And the field has gone around, and let's check out the starting lineup for today's Baja Supermarket 200. We're back just in time for the start. The pace car's already off. Green flag racing here at Phoenix. 34 laps. Michael Causey and Jack Richards lead them down. Causey's going to try to make up a lot of points. He has a lot to make up after the wreck last week at Daytona. Jack Richards goes way up the track. And I do apologize, guys. I do not have the updated version of this schedule yet. So when they come back around next time, they will be at the updated Phoenix track. But sorry about that. Michael Causey has a huge lead. Jack Richards cannot get off the top. He is still up high. And it looks like Michael Causey is going to take the lead, or lead the first lap. Aaron Williams will take second. He had a rough week last week also at Daytona. Looking for a good run in the 21 car, the Applebee's paint scheme. Jack Richards will settle in the 3rd. Dylan Poche, after breaking a header last week, will be in 4th right now. He's starting in front. Charles Jackson's in 5th in the 3. Connor Breen's right now in the 6th spot. Barney Ward's now in 7th. Brock Banta's having a hard time getting to the bottom. Oh, they got 3 wide behind them. Seth Cole backed out. Oh, I think we've had a wreck. We do. We've had a wreck in the back. Oh, and John Dillon, last week's winner, was involved. Zach Carlson smoking. Looks like they were the only 2. Oh, Pichu London had a lot of front-end damage. So the front of that 62. He had bad luck last week, and they've had it this week. Looks like Christian Baker's got a little bit of front-end damage on the 82 car. Looking for anybody else that's damaged. I don't know what Sean Henley and them are doing. Looks like everybody else is pretty much clean. But Michael Causey will lead them down to the caution. They're getting caught up already. There's Zach Carlson on pit road. So our first caution is out today. It was on lap number 2. So let's go check out the replay and see what happened to last week's winner, John Dillon, and Zach Carlson and others. This actually was on the original lap. Or no, this is actually, I think, been a lap in. But it's 3 wide back here, almost in the back. John Dillon's in the middle. Corey O'Malley up high in the 4, and then Jacob Rodriguez on the bottom in the 34. There's Trent Dunham up ahead in the 24. Looks like they make contact right there. Jacob Rodriguez gave the 1 car no room right there. And John Dillon, they had that opening right there, but didn't help. Corey O'Malley and John Dillon get together. Kenzie Robertson gets a piece of it, so Dillon's going to go for a spin. Zach Carlson, not so lucky. And I think Christian Baker's going to get a piece of it right here also. Oh, they both him and Pichu London, Matthew McMurray, excuse me. He might have got a little bit of damage as well. Or he looks clean, but that's where it happened right there. Let's go round on board with last week's winner John Dillon and see what he saw. Now we're going to see if we can see the contact, see if there's any contact between him and Jacob Rodriguez on the bottom. Let's see what happened. Now Jacob he drives it in there hard. Him and Dillon get together. Just going to carry it off where he hits the 4, and the rest is history. That's a scary thought. All those cars. That Carlson nowhere to go. Christian Baker, P2 London have nowhere to go. The 66 and the 99 avoid. There's Zohar Munn avoided too. That's what happened there, but tough break for those guys, especially Zach Carlson, who looks like he got the worst end of it, and P2 London. Looks like the 1 might be able to continue, and the 82 as well, but caution's out. First time today, let's get back to live action. Ooh, there was about contact. That would have been bad. John Dillon would have had to use that prize money he got last week from winning the race to pay for that pace car that would have got hit. But anyway, we'll be back to action right after this break. Well, we're back. We're getting ready to take the green flag. Next time by, the pace car lights are off, so this time by we'll get the green flag. Update on the cars are out of the race. Zach Carlson actually is the only one out of it. There was a lot of smoke coming out of that car. He was done for sure. There's no chance of him coming back. Zach Carlson will finish last today. Tough break for Zach Carlson. John Dillon, P2 London, Christian Baker will continue in the race, as well as Matthew McMurray, who had damage. Michael Kazi is your leader. He'll lead him down to the restart here. Going to be working lap number 7 of 34 as we're green flag racing. Kazi has a mirror full of Aaron Williams. Let's see if Williams has a car right now. Actually, this time, let's see if he does, since he has a good chance this time. He had to work around Jack Richards on the initial start. Didn't really get a chance to run up there and catch Kazi or not. Look at the back, see what's going on. I thought somebody just smacked the wall, I thought. There's Brody Banta right there. He has Sean Henley all over him. This is back in the mid-30s. Well, looks like Danny Wells went up the track, and so did Trent Dunham. Dunham's trying to probably find some grip up there as well as Denny Wells. No pun intended to say Wells twice. Lewis Gordon's going up the track right here. Mackenzie Robinson, she was also got a piece of that wreck, but she's alright. They're slowing down already. There's Sasha Dawson going under Jessica Lawrence, the rookie, Michael Dawson, and there's Mark George in the 8 trying to get by Joseph Bryant. Oh, they're going up. This might be bad. Oh, keep an eye on this. Oh, the 64 car's on pit road. Jonathan Thoman just dropped down to pit road. Another problem for another Rusty Wallace Incorporated car. Don't know what happened to the 64. We'll update that. And Aaron Williams has actually lost second to Jack Richards, who's back up there in second where he started in his new paint scheme. That is a great looking tax layer paint scheme. Now if I can just find it for the 88 now, for Barney Ward's sake. But anyway, Michael Kazi will continue to lead. He is having a great run today. He got on a run last year in this series, won a couple races, finished well in the points. Wasn't a championship contender, but he was up there and he finished the season strong, which was what mattered. Michael Kazi trying to bring some success over to this 09 team that was driven last year by Ralph Green. But Jack Richards is all over him. The front row is still 1-2 right now. Aaron Williams has dropped back to 3rd. And Dylan Potte's up to 4th, who actually was still trying to make up points in last week's incident, as well as Connor Breeden. Well, his injured ability, but Connor Breeden had a bad wreck as well. He hit, right after Kazi hit the 33, Breeden got a piece of it, and he actually slammed into the car behind him, Charles Jackson, who was sitting on the track, so they're both trying to make up points. Brock Banta's up. Oh, I thought I heard some scraping. Guess not. Oh, and Seth Cole is way back here. What in the world happened to the 20? We were watching his 2 other drivers, one of his teammates, Joseph Bryant, and Mark George racing hard, but I don't know what happened to the 20 car. We'll have to update on that. That's crazy. Matthew Rodriguez is not having a good run today. He's 36. There's Little Livingston, started on the front row last week with her teammate Jeremy Brett. She's in 35th. There's Matthew McMurray. Zohar Munn going on the inside of Xavier Livingston for 32nd. There's Luke Walker, who's winning that wreck. Cody Hitchens way up the track in the 2. Trying to high ride up there. High ride and fine and everything up there, but not working right now for that 2 car. Go up there a little bit. There's Corey O'Malley battling Trent Dunham with Danny Wells. Go up a little bit, see who else I haven't talked about. Jonathan Thoman's back on the track. He must have had maybe a loose lug nut maybe, or a tire going down. He's back out there. He's a lap down in 41st. Jacob Rodriguez and Jessica Lawrence teammates. Go up a little bit. There's Rev Dell. She's trying to work her way up to the top 10. Lane Cooper is under Cody Lamas, and Matt Wells is stuck on the high side. That 12 car looks fast today. Alexander Jones is in 12th. Jeremy Britt's 11th. There's Alexander Dawson's in 10th. Jake Rogers 9th. Barney Ward 8th. Brock Banta 7th. Charles Jackson, Connor Breeden, Dylan Pote, Aaron Williams. And then you have the two up front battling still, Jack Richards and Michael Causey. So basically, look at the field. Working lap number 15 to 34. Race is getting ready to hit the halfway point. Causey's led every lap so far, that 09 car. Yeah, apparently they're just going to race on the fancy old track, apparently, even though it's been reconfigured. But I will get that fixed. I was going to fix it, but didn't get a chance to. But still great racing. While we have a chance, let's go back and see what maybe happened to the 20 car. Maybe we'll figure out what happened to Seth Cole. I don't know why he's back here. The runner-up finisher from last week's race, running 40th right now, way behind the field. But let's check out and see what happened to Seth Cole a few laps ago. Now we're back here at the beginning of the restart from the first caution. And Seth Cole is running in 12th place, having a great run. And I think, after watching the replay a couple of times, I think I figured out what happened to the 20 car. And it's not going to be a good rest of the race for the 20 team and Seth Cole. He restarted 12th. He gets going. C-Car's drunk. I think the 64 got penalized right here for going to the inside. Alexander Dawson would have, but he didn't beat him to the line. But I think Seth Cole has dropped a cylinder on that 20 car. He's out. I mean, he's driving out there still and everything, but just you can tell the difference in speed. Something's really wrong on the engine. I'm just going to believe it is. He about got ran over right there. But Seth Cole, I believe, had a cylinder down on that car. And when you're down a cylinder and everything, it's not that fun. You just have to ride it out and get what you can, I guess. But Seth Cole about got ran over all over the place right here. People are going to start scrambling, get behind him or around him and everything. Look around for a couple, like the rest of this lap right here. But he'll get sliced right here. And then they start scrambling. He gets hit. Ooh, Sean Henley got loose right there. And he's just trying to get out of the way. They're 4 wide behind him. Holy cow. It doesn't work at Phoenix. They made it work, though. But Seth Cole is off the pace. Like, he has no straightaway speed at all. Like, watch, he won't even get going here. Oh, he about caused a wreck right there. Will Livingston and Matthew McMurray just bounced off each other. They were very fortunate for that. But see, he's going to get out of the groove right here. But that's basically what happened to Seth Cole. He's left him where he is right now, but tough break for Seth Cole. He'll have to ride out the rest of the way. Rest of the way. Back to the live action now. Alright, now we're back. Michael Causey and Jack Richards are still pulled away from the field. They're going to come up on Seth Cole and put him a lap down pretty soon. They got a little bit of a gap as the battle for third's starting to heat up. Aaron Williams has Dylan Pote and Connor Breeden all over him. And I believe in the past, Dylan Pote and Connor Breeden have both won at Phoenix and other series. So they have a little bit of experience winning at this track. And Jack Richards has won at this track before in a different series. So there's a lot of people up there that's won at Phoenix before in various series are up here, running up at the front right now. There's Seth Cole, about to go lap down like I said. There's Christian Baker with Peachy London back here with damage. There's John Dillon running 37th after winning last week's race. Very tough break. Back up a little bit. Sean Henley trying to work his way up, he's in 25th. Comes Joseph Bryant under Jessica Lawrence, easily passes over 21st. Let's see, Lewis Gordon's under Cody Lamas for the 18th position. Mark George is watching on the 8th. 3 rookies right here racing it out. There's Thoman. He ended up not having a tire go down. He had a black flag for passing Seth Cole, but you couldn't really blame him. So that really cost Jonathan a chance. He had a chance to catch the 20 car though before this race is over, but that's about it. Ooh, and they have, and Charles Jackson. I guess they caught the 20 car. Kind of spaced out a little bit. Now Charles Jackson hung up behind Seth. Oh, Charles Jackson cannot be happy inside that race car right now. Seth knows he's in the way. Oh, and Charles Jackson's going to show his displeasure. Completely rode the door of that GameStop Toyota. Charles Jackson last time by was 6th. This time by he was 10th. So he just lost 4 spots because of the 20 car. Not going to be a happy camper inside that Admiral Care 3 car. Hopefully Seth doesn't get turned or nothing back there, but we'll keep an eye on that. A couple cars needing good runs today. Right here, Brock Banta and Barney Ward. Barney Ward was a late driver to get in the series after the retirement of Jacob Bell in this series. And the car ended up being retired as well. This car actually got inserted into the series, back into the series, which it should have been originally. So I shouldn't have left the 88 car out, but Barney Ward was the last driver basically to get in, or this car was the last car to get in the series, so Barney Ward's taking over. He had a bad race last week, but Barney Ward looking to recover this week. Going back up a little bit, and Michael Causey has extended his lead. Jack Richards is trying to find a new line to catch him. He's trying to use the bottom. Causey's using the mid to high line to try to get that speed off the corner, and it's really working on that car. The team has a sponsor right now with American Ethanol, which is a plus. Had trouble finding sponsorships last year with that team, with Ralph Green driving it. Ozzy was driving a Dodge last year, driving the 81 car that's now driven by Jake Rogers. And so this is a big change for him going to a Toyota and this new team. And he has been dominating this race. Surprised that nobody's been able to really pass him yet, but he's had looks from Aaron Williams and Jack Richards to challenge him. Go back up and check on... Oh, the 15 is round the wall. Matthew McMurray, I don't know what happened there. That car just went way up high. There's Seth Cole. He just dropped to the back. Oh, and Trent Dunham got hung up behind him. Dunham just lost about 5 spots in that lap. He went from 27 to 32nd. Zohar's not going to... His brother's not going to give him a break either. And there's Matthew Rodriguez going to try to take advantage, go around both the Dunham brothers. Going to be a lot of arguments tonight at the dinner table between the 9 and the 24. Oh, they're both going to round the wall. I don't know what... Now I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Trent was actually trying to do something to Zohar, but he just followed him right into the wall. Now they're even going farther back. Now they're 35th and 36th. That didn't help. Go back up a little bit, see what's going on. Looks like that 64 was going to be fast today, but unfortunately he's only going to finish about where he is right now in 40th, unless he gets a caution, but I don't even think he can get the lucky dog now, since it doesn't work on this game. Michael Dawson has a challenge from Jacob Rodriguez. That is for the 13th spot. Red Bell is right there in 12th. Right outside the top 10 is Alexander Jones running 11th. Charles Jackson still trying to work his way back up. And Jake Rogers is jumping under Brock Banta. He just gave up the 6th spot to Barney Ward. Oh, Alexander Dawson goes way up the hill. So there's Charles Jackson. Jake Rogers trying to get the bomb to work. The Season 2 Mountain Dew Race Series champion. He's only in the Nationwide Series this season, taking a break from Cup. But you know he'll be ready to be back next season. Trying to get a nationwide championship now. He's going to try to get around Brock Banta, but he's going to gain nothing out of it. Gets around one car, going to lose the spot to a different car. Here comes Alexander Dawson. Racing hard right now. Oh, he might go 3 wide. Brock Banta's driving it hard. They're going to try to shuffle past the 81 car now. And Jack Richards has closed back in on the 09 of Michael Causey. Causey won 2 races last season, trying to get his 3rd career Mopar Nationwide Series victory. Jack Richards trying to catch up and get a win himself. This is coming down to the wire in the Bashas Supermarket 200. 2 hungry drivers for a win, looking for them. And there's a nice look at the pace car, which I keep unintentionally meaning to do. Dodge Chargers, again, a very good advertisement today in the race, as well as the Toyota Camrys and the Chevy Impalas. I guess you could also say the Ford Mustangs as well, and the Dodge Challengers. But anyway, we got and Aaron Williams looks like he's going to lose 3rd to Dylan Poteet. Got in there hard at the 21. He's not going to keep 3rd. He's going to lose 4th. Now here comes Connor Breeden. And they're bringing Barney Ward right up in the battle. Barney Ward wants to get a top 5 finish today. But we're going to need to keep an eye, see where Seth Cole is. Seth's in the back straightaway. He was just going by the dog leg. And here comes Causey and Richards. And it looks like John Dillon just went way up the track. Back here with the 82 and the 62 are already damaged. Trent Dunham, Matthew McMurray, and Zohar Mutton. Teammates right here, Mackenzie Robertson and Matthew Rodriguez. That's actually boyfriend-girlfriend battling out. Oh, she drove it hard, just gave up the spot there. Cars are going left and right, trying to pass each other. As we could look at the field about one of the last few times we get a chance to. And Dylan Poteet has a mirror full of Connor Breeden. Jack Richards is still trying to work that high side to catch Michael Causey. That 20 car up ahead could be a problem. 4 laps to go for Causey. Try to get another win here in the Mopar Nationwide Series. Now let's see where Seth's at. Seth, ooh, no. Causey got hung up behind him. Oh, it's gonna cause a wreck. No. Oh, Jack Richards gonna get under Causey. Oh no, Seth Cole's gonna have a lot of enemies after this race. Jack Richards is taking the lead due to the Seth Cole situation. And Causey still can't get around him. Oh, that 09 car. It has to be furious right now with the 20 car. There's going to be so many people upset with Seth Cole after this race. Oh, now Connor Breeden's going to get hung up behind him. Uh-oh. Seth needs to go up high. He's in a very bad situation. He's going to cost these guys a lot of spots. Oh, and Aaron Williams is now going to be the next person going to be steaming. He can't get out from behind him. No, he can't. Oh, he's going to cause a wreck. Now Aaron Williams is going to lose a lot of spots. Oh, now Aaron Williams is going to show his displeasure. Seth Cole's going to get turned before this race is over, I'm afraid. Go back up to the front. Jack Richards has a huge lead. almost a second. Causey trying to come back, but I think Causey just lost this race due to the 20 car. And Jack Richards going to walk away with this. He just hangs on. White flag's out for Jack Richards. He's going to take advantage of the misfortunes of Michael Causey in the situation with the 20 car. Causey dominated this race. He was 7/10 of a second behind him, but it's going to take too long to catch back up. He's only less than a lap, about 2 corners to go for Jack Richards. Going to come around. Did not win a race last season at all in the 04 car. That's driven by Zach Carlson now, but Jack Richards going to pull into victory lane only in the second race of the season. Jack Richards wins the Baja Supermarket 200. Didn't take him long in the season to get a victory, but Jack Richards has won here at Phoenix. I don't know if it's a 100% well-deserved win. He did stay up there with Causey, but Michael Causey, the race that he shoulda, coulda, woulda won today. We'll hang on for second, but I know he won't be happy with the situation. Connor Breen will get third. Barney Ward will get fourth. I think Dylan Poteet got fifth, but he got sixth. Alexander Dawson got fifth. Dylan Poteet sixth. Brock Banta seventh. Jake Rogers eighth. Charles Jackson ninth, and Aaron Williams will get 10th. I don't think anything else happened on the track. We're looking back to see who the 20 car is. There's a few drivers on that list of people mad at the 20 car, but he was down on a cylinder, but not sure what else is going to happen now. But there's your results for today's race. Congrats again to Jack Richards on his first career win. It's going to be a good way to start the season. Already got a win already this early. Look down to the top 10. Like I said, there's Alexander Jones. Alexandra got 11th. Great run for her, right behind Aaron Williams. Jacob Rodriguez, Michael Dawson, Matt Welger, and Blake Cooper, your top 15. Mark George, Lewis Gordon, Red Bell, Jeremy Britt, and Sean Henley round out your top 20. Then you got Brody Banta, Cody Lamas, Danny Wells, Jessica Lawrence, and Xavier Henry. I don't know what I was going to say right there. Xavier Henry, I don't know what the heck that was about. Sorry, Xavier Livingston, I should say. Henry, I don't know where that came from. Luke Walker, Sasha Dawson, Cody Hitchens, Joseph Bryant, and Corey O'Malley are top 30. And then the rest of the field, Matthew Rodriguez 31st, Will Livingston 32nd, Mackenzie Robertson 33rd, Zohar Munn 34th, Trent Dunn 35th. So like I said, they're not going to have a nice dinner tonight. Matthew McMurray 36th, John Dillon, last week's winner, unfortunately got in the wreck 37th, along with Peachy London, Christian Baker, and Zach Carlson, who's obviously out. And then Jonathan Thoman got penalized for passing the inside on the restart to try to avoid Seth Cole, who apparently lost a cylinder. Seth Cole was the story of the race about the finish and everything, finishing 41st, 2 laps down with apparently a cylinder down, had to be. But a few drivers are not going to be happy with him, so I don't know where that's going to go after this race. Might want to write a few sorry cards to a couple drivers about the names of Michael Causey and maybe Aaron Williams. Maybe Trent Dunham, not sure, but it was a bad situation for the 20 team, but there's not really much you can do now. The race is over, and Jack Richards is the winner of the race. So let's go check out the point standings now after the race results are shown right here. So let's go check it out. Well, I guess that's a good way to debut a new paint scheme, I guess, for the 5 team. The only car that had a paint scheme change this year, or this race, won the race. So maybe Jack would like to have that car now and everything. But our next race will be at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, home of the Neon Garage. So you see that there, just throw that out there. And the Samstown 300 will be the race sponsor and everything for the next race, for race 3. And here is the point standings after 2 races. And Jack Richards, I believe, is the only driver who's finished in the top 10 in both races. Yep, he already is. Jack Richards actually finished in the top 5 last week also. So Jack Richards, 2 races into the season, already has a 73-point lead. And now it's over Brock Banta in the 54. Matt Wells is 3rd. Jacob Rodriguez is 4th. And Alexandra Jones is 5th. Then you got Jeremy Britt, Michael Dawson, Jake Rogers, John Dillon, and Sean Henley, the top 10 in points. You already look down to 20th place in points. Already 130 points separating Jack Richards down to Aaron Williams in 20th. Let's see, Matthew Rodriguez, Blake Cooper, there's Michael Causey. He is in 13th. Led 30 laps and still did not win the race. I don't know where that's going to go from here. Barney Ward, Mark George, your top 15. Mackenzie Robertson, Corey O'Malley, Jessica Lawrence, Seth Cole, and Aaron Williams, your top 20. I'm going to look through the rest. See, Connor Breeden, Alexander Dawson, a couple guys that got a top 5 there. Got up in points. Big day for them. Lewis Gordon, Danny Wells, Brody Banta, Cody Lamas, Trent Dunn on Red Bell, Dylan Poteet got out of the doghouse at the bottom with the top 10 he got. Charles Jackson also helped him out when he got top 10. And then 31st through 42nd, Zohar Martin, Sasha Dawson, Xavier Livingston, Willow Livingston, Cody Hitchens, Jonathan Thoman, who really didn't have a chance to run well due to the penalty he got. Didn't help him getting points up and anything. Luke Walker, Joseph Bryant, P2 London, Zach Carlson, Matthew McMurray, and Christian Baker, who's already dead last, 254 points out. Baker did not have a good run because he broke a camshaft last week at Daytona, and then this happened. So this didn't help Christian Baker at all to start the season, but it is only 2 races into the season, and it's very easy to get your luck to turn around. And then again, it is hard to get it to change either. So go either way with it. But there's your points, and there's the second race of the season in the books. And I am sorry, guys, that it's getting spaced out a little bit about when I do races, because now that I do the starting lineup, that takes more time, so I can't do races as often. It will be spaced out some. But the good news is, it is less than a month till I get out of school, which is May 17th, which is a plus, so I can have more free time to do this, and some maybe other projects, which I will not reveal until I'm out of school. But I don't want to spoil anything, and just stay tuned. The Cup Series is also here at Phoenix this weekend. They will be racing hopefully tomorrow, or if not, then they'll be racing Friday. The Mountain Dew Race Series will be taking the track at Phoenix for race 2 after a thriller at Daytona, another good race we had. So stay tuned for that race as well, and congrats again to Jack Richards on winning his first career win and the new pace scheme, and I will see you guys next time for this series at Las Vegas. Make sure to comment, guys. 4-race rule. If you don't comment after the 4th race, if you haven't at all, you will lose your ride, so start commenting or just get a habit of it. Thanks, guys.